That's what I am.
I love that. That's like the sisters at the,
Good evening, good evening. Thank you everybody for joining us for the BIPOC Happy Hour. BIPOC Happy Hour is Black, Indigenous, people of color. Welcome, Minnesota. Welcome. And a good welcome to everybody on the panel at the BIPOC Happy Hour. You say hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Good stuff, good stuff. Thank y'all. Well, we just chilling here and we sitting back and we were just chit-chatting. What were we talking about? Nobody leave me.
What we talking about, ladies and gentlemen?
We were in good. I mean, we were just talking about Baki, but who want to start us out?
Do you think it's okay if, I was married once, and I think it's okay that if my spouse or lover was having an affair with someone else, would that be okay?
Depends on your marriage.
Same.
I feel like this is a great segue into talking about polyamory and how, I'm shout out to all my monogamous folks, but with polyamory and like Black and brown bodies doing it and seeing it as decolonizing white romance and how they
Baki,
we don't need to jump the broom no more.
Baki, what is polyamory?
Yeah,
so going now, what is
the definition? Polyamory is this idea of multiple people in a relationship, or there's a lot of different things. It's this idea of like relationship anarchy. So like in monogamy, two people come together, they commit to each other, their finances are intertwined, their bodies are intertwined, they're soul bonded, they're fluid bonded, real cute, might get married. Polyamory is this idea of like, I know that one person cannot satisfy all my needs and I can't satisfy all of someone's needs. So like maybe I have like two girlfriends and a boyfriend and they all know about each other, and maybe they all are in relationship with one another too, maybe not. Polyamory is just like gives more room for this idea of multiple folks loving.
I think it's sexual relationships, correct?
Yes, both and. It could be, not all of them are, but some of them are. Right. They're more this idea of like romantically, you can love more than one person at once and it doesn't devalue the love with one person.
Okay, Simon said something real quick before I make my comment. Simon, were you saying something about that comment?
No, I just said not all the relationships may entail sex.
Then how can it be a relationship? How can it be a relationship on the same magnitude as monogamous people if it's not sex?
There are some folks are asexual. I mean, like there's
there you go with a term over my head.
I don't know all of these, okay? But I know like there's some folks that like that's not, I guess, a huge part of a relationship for them. And so not all the, poly folks that I know, not everybody's sexually active with all of their partners.
So if people are meant to be monogamous?
I don't think so. I mean, I got married too, but I ain't there no more.
So ducks choose their mate for life. You don't think man was chosen to choose their mate for life?
Some, I'm sure.
Maybe. It didn't work for me, so I don't know.
Right. But there's like, there's couples, there's thruples where there's 3 people in one relationship. There's quads that are 4 people. And then like,
but are those people all in a relationship with all of each other or just one individual?
Communism. No kidding.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, I'm messing with you.
I'm done with you. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, there's like couples, triads, quads, and polycules. And like it's a difference of varying degrees. Just like every monogamous relationship is low-key different. And there's not like that's why there's no good definition of what is cheating. Every person's unique, every relationship they have is unique. Polyamory just likes to recognize that more. Okay.
But how do you recognize who you love more, or how that is going to work out?
Because you love all of them.
There's a debate on Instagram right now about it. There's some people who say relationship hierarchies are okay. Like some people are like, oh, this is my primary partner. So in the example of those celebrities you're talking about, if they were polyamorous, they might be like, all right, this shorty's my primary partner, but we have an open marriage, open relationships. We're polyamorous. This person, I come home to this woman, but I can do whatever I want when I'm not at home. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
does
my
that
wife,
go
no.
both? Does that go both ways? You can do with male or female, or that's just like if we're in a heterosexual relationship, we keep heterosexual. How does that? How do you keep that?
Track of that?
Yes.
Well, you know, heterosexuality is a myth, right? It's a mystery. It's a phenomenon. No kidding. It depends on the couple. It depends on the triad. It depends on the group and the people individually. But I think it's definitely cool, like as a bisexual person, to think about it in the context of, okay, people who love multiple genders should be able to express intimacy with, you know, more than one gender. Then that's why I like polyamory, because you know what I mean, like this whole debate of like, oh, if I marry a masculine person, then I'm not as gay. Fuck that. No, I still do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
So does it matter who's on top and who's on bottom at that point?
I don't know.
think that would matter at all.
Yeah.
You in the bed by then. I don't think that would matter. Right? Y'all already involved.
No, at some point, that's how you judge who's dominant and who's not in a relationship. When they come into the situation.
But why it have to be people being dominant and feminine in a relationship?
Good question.
And that's a question there, because I mean, some people can just be themselves, dominant or feminine. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah.
So why it got to be like a dude had to be with a feminine dude? You know what I mean? And one of those got to be the dominant person of the relationship, where two men we got two balls, and you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We
have to be
put on the pants the same way. We should be able to make decisions the same way. You feel what I'm saying? We come together. That's how my relationship is. We come together when it comes to relationships. You understand? To decisions. You know, I just don't say, oh, we gonna do this, because I feel like I'm more manly or anything like that. No, we are one. So by us being one, we should be able to make these decisions together. You know what I mean? That's what compromise come into it, and some more other things. You know what I mean? But you got to be. It shouldn't be, oh, he's dominant. Oh, he should have a femme dude. No.
And we talking about polyamory, so it's already multiple people involved.
But it doesn't matter.
That too. Doesn't the dynamic of masculine versus feminine change when it's a polyamorous relationship?
Yes.
Let's expound on that.
I would think it does, because you either with a male or a female as your third partner, and you choose whichever direction it goes. It's just sex.
That's not true.
And then to touch on Sina's point, all polyamorous relationships don't really entail sex either.
Isn't that a good girlfriend-boyfriend thing?
But some people are in a person's life just for a spiritual reason. Some people are in their life for a sexual, for emotional, for mental.
One might pay their bill. Okay.
Yeah, it's a person when it comes to polyamory, it's a person in your life for a different reason. Hell, somebody may be in a polyamorous relationship just for conversation. No sex is involved.
Okay.
That's the dynamic.
But isn't that a good BFF? That's not a good BFF.
Well,
I mean, because I'm not opposed to it, but I guess my overall interpretation of polyamory, it was the baseline of the multiple is still sex.
I think,
unless you have more too, but that's the baseline. That's what I was.
I think we should stop using so much sex as we say the word intimacy, right? Because there's intimate moments where it's like, you know what I mean? Like one of my friends right now, without naming any names, right? Like their ex texted them at 3 in the morning, like, hey, I need your help with my car. And her current partner got mad. Like, this person doesn't have the right to hit you up at 3 a.m. And that intimate thing of like being able to have access to you after hours was a big deal for them. So like, you know, I think that like, you know, for a friend, you might not go whip to them at 3 a.m. But your polyamorous partner, even if you don't have sex with them, you might whip to them at 3 a.m.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
And then, Baki, in the situation of polyamory, your main partner knows about everybody that you're connected with, correct?
everybody. That's the thing. Communication is key, and like transparency is really what oils the machine. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like, because people act like, oh, polyamory is just for cheaters. No, 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 no. You can cheat in polyamorous relationships and get exiled from your polycule real quick. You know what I mean? Like, and there's like, there are hierarchies. Like some people say like, I only fluid bond, like I only like I use condoms in all relationships except for with my primary, and that's a big deal, you know. Or then people can have different negotiations and conversations with different people, but a lot of it is the basis of, I would say, intimacy and not sex, and also transparency.
Yeah, it's different. Have you ever seen this show called Big Love?
No, I haven't.
It was on Showtime. You know, it was talking about me, not promoting them or nothing, but it was something that it was a show about this one man had many wives. You know what I'm saying? They lived literally in a compound. He bought 3 houses, and they all lived in them 3 houses, and they had one main female, which she was the first wife that helped them pick out everyone else, and they split bills. One watched kids, and they have a reason to be in this relationship.
It's like that sister wives thing.
It's just like the sister wives. They have a reason to be in this relationship. I can be in this relationship because I can have children, but the other woman couldn't. You understand what I'm saying? Or I could be in this relationship because of emotional attachment or something like that. You know, we just became friends, and then we felt that we should have you more than a friend in our relationship since we both know you. You understand? So it can be many reasons, but you know, this goes back all the way back into our ancestry, including now over in Africa, in our homeland, that men had many wives. So now the question should be is, how would a man feel if a woman had many husbands?
Partners.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I never heard of that one.
Yeah.
But I always heard that a man has many wives and different things like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I never heard of a woman doing it. And I think that'll be so cool. That'll be so cool to hear about and to figure out how she do it. And
do y'all know the TV channel and YouTube program, or like the entity, the news outlet Vice?
Yes.
I heard of Vice, the Vice channel.
Vice has like, I don't know if it's with Slut Ever. Yes, it is through Slut Ever. There's this blonde girl named Kylie or something. I don't remember. It's a Karen. We don't care about that. But she leads this show called Slut Ever, SLUTEVER. And on there, she like follows different like, you know, sexapades and controversial things around sex. And like she does like a news like special on them. One of them she does is a throuple with a Black woman, and then she's dating a Black man and a white man, but these men are straight and do not date each other, but all 3 of them live in the same house.
Okay.
Yes.
If that works for you, I guess. If that works for you.
But that's like technically the modern day of like a woman having more husbands, right? That's why I brought it up. It's because it's like they have like Google calendars. They talk about switching in and out of her bedroom, and how they each have, one has a bedroom and then one sleeps in the living room if they don't want to be together. It was interesting. I don't know what I think.
That's a setup.
How do they do time management?
Well, that's part of their setup.
I mean, who gets more time in the bedroom?
They have to individually set that up.
They probably alternate.
Probably got a schedule.
Like, yeah, they just planned out the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm in there this weekend.
But then let's think about shows like Flavor of Love and I Love New York and The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. These shows where it's just one person and it's all these multiple people. You got to think about that dynamic too. And when people are setting up shows like this, get millions of views. And when you see our society watching stuff like that, of course they'll be accepting of polyamory or multiple wives and multiple husbands, because they see that that's the new norm, because it's all over the media.
But the thing is, and I think what Bobby was had mentioned earlier was like, it's not new. It was something that was a part of our history and culture. You know what I'm saying? It's shit that we didn't know about, because when they brought us here, it was like, you know, that shit was strict from us.
Brainwashed.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I don't know. And
We did a whole lot of
their
things.
own, and I say we should just let people love how they want to love.
If that's the new thing.
That be
But
it.
if you,
And I recommend y'all should watch Nola Darling if y'all haven't already.
Nola Darling.
Do it better.
She's gotta have it.
Shit in the first season.
She's gotta have it. She's gotta have it.
Is this what it's called? Nola Garden?
No, it's called She's Gotta Have It.
Is that Spike Lee?
Like the old Spike Lee movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they made
It's a remake.
Series out of it.
It's a remake.
I didn't know they made a series.
She is in a polyamorous relationship.
Where is it on? What is it on? Netflix?
Netflix.
And what is called?
She's Gotta Have It.
Yep.
And it's 2 seasons already.
Oh.
I would get into
What kind of cast is it?
Us.
It's all black.
Okay. Just asking.
It's all black.
It's a Spike Lee joint.
It's a Spike Lee joint, of
Yeah,
course.
it's a Spike Lee joint. You know it's all black.
Okay.
You know, but I gotta say this. I was married to a woman for 10 years. I was married to a man for 10 years. I think relationships like that are different. With my wife, it was more, you know, helping each other out, looking out at each other, woman and a man. When I got my boyfriend, it was different because we were two men. You know, so when I get this polyamorous relationship, I'm like, how do you separate, you know, what she needs and what he needs? That's where I get confused there because my wife needed more things than he needed. She wanted to yell, talk to, caress, you know, after sex, things had to happen. Where my boyfriend didn't have those things. You know, if I came home, clothes were cleaned up, taken away by my wife, my boyfriend left them there where they were at, like his clothes was. So those dynamics for me, when you say relationships, you know, how do you differentiate just having anyone and anybody, you know, saying I can do this? Because I mean, my feelings towards a guy is different. We can do different things that we can do for my wife. Like we go to a restaurant, me and my man go to
you have a problem if it was 3 guys? Could you be in a relationship with 3 guys versus a male and a female?
That's another thing because even though, okay, being in a relationship, if you cheat and you don't tell your lover, is that 3 relationships you have? Because I mean, it's not like you do it one time. If it's a person that you've known, that's continuation. So is that polyamorous, lying to, or you have to admit to it to be the fact that that's what this is called?
Oh,
like I had
I
said
think you need
earlier,
honesty, just like in every relationship. And I think it's interesting too, this idea of like, because I'm a polyamorous person, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, my fraudulent ass also has cheated in polyamorous relationships. And like for the setup, every time like the way I would say that and tell y'all that is because my 2 partners, I was like, those were supposed to be my 2 partners. They also got jealous and didn't want me talking to my exes or picking up new people. And I definitely, when I was traveling and or felt like it, did not, you know, I did things that I knew would upset them both, you know? And so I think it's all about transparency, if I'm really honest with you, because if I was just to come with them and be like, hey, my ex called me for the 3rd time, I'm finna go over there, I'll deal with the consequences, but you want to know what I do, so I'm telling you honestly what I'm doing. I didn't do that. I'd be like, my friend called, I'm about to go smoke, bye. And then come home and they'd be like, so your friend was on Instagram with 2 other shorties, so where were you? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Not cute.
but then in
Still
addition
love me though. I
to,
don't do that no more. Y'all gotta still love me. Like,
Right.
in addition to Baki's point, everybody that's involved have to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Like you can't just ask Tom, Dick, and Harry, these 3 men, okay, I want to be in a polyamorous relationship with y'all. They have to be okay with it too. Because it's a huge dynamic to be in a polyamorous situation than just one-on-one. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, what do you think about Cardi B and you know, they getting divorced? I mean, they supposed to have this perfect relationship. So, I mean, like, if you can't get together with the person your love mate, how 3 or 4 people are going to work with you in polyamory? Because that's what, you know, I'm just curious on that. I thought, you know, Offset and Cardi B are supposed to get married. They're supposed to be the best relationship out there in hip-hop. But, you know, it's not even working for them. So, you have 3 or more
They're
people.
superstars, so they got options to many more opportunities. And
they got more money than everything. They should.
Right, so I can fuck anything.
They're human. They human. Why people put them on a total different pedestal? They bleed and shit and burp just like I do. So of course they're gonna have imperfections that I have also, or have. You feel me? So I don't.
Right.
I mean, they just like.
And money don't make you.
They just people with money, and that's out there in front of everybody. It shouldn't matter, Oh well, it's sad that they are breaking up. I don't want to believe it. You heard me say allegedly. You feel what I'm saying? Because I like their relationship. I like that he fought for it. Maybe, you got to continue. People got to realize you're not going to always find that perfect someone. You feel what I'm saying? Because no one on this damn earth is perfect.
Maybe they read a book and it said it was.
No one on this earth is perfect. You know what I'm saying? When you get with someone, you got to be willing to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to go in for the long run. Because each one of y'all are imperfect. Y'all going to do shit that each one of y'all, you just ain't going to like. You feel what I'm saying? But over the years, you're going to realize, hey, okay, before I do this, let me go here and put this out there, or let me do this. So if you can do this in one-on-one relationship, you can do it with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You feel what I'm saying? It's just that folks these days is, we've gotten a fight, let's break up. You feel what I'm saying? On to the next one. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna get nowhere like that. Because you had one fight. Shit, I done had 50 fights. You feel what I'm saying? And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I learned from them fights. You know what I mean? I learned that, hey, you don't like this, and you learned that I don't like that. You feel what I'm saying? So we need to come in between. That's where the compromise come in at. You feel what I'm saying? Because trust me, everyone have bumps and bruises in relationships. Trust me.
So how does that work with your religion? How does that, because in the Bible it says you shouldn't,
what does the Bible got to do with any of this?
I'm just saying some people live by that code.
Oh, okay. Lord, that mess.
I actually wanted to
the Bible says a lot of things we shouldn't be doing.
Right.
I mean, one sin is not greater than the other if you want to put the Bible in it. You get me? So if I sin, I sin. I apologize, God, that I did it, but, teach me or whatever. But it is what it is. Cheers on that.
I actually wanted to make a comment regarding Cardi B and Offset. 2 comments. Number 1, and this is just personal comments, nothing to reflect on the POC Pride board here. Number 1, I feel like they were forced together by Hollywood. I think their publicists put both of them together. I don't think that their love was authentic to begin with. And number 2, both of them have reached a pinnacle of success that together they're bumping heads a lot. You know how you see how Offset's attitude is, you see how Cardi B's attitude is individually. But
so what's the baby for?
Together, it's gonna lead to chaos.
Oopsie, something that happened.
What's the baby for?
Casualty of war.
What's the baby for?
Yeah.
Casualty, something happened.
Yeah. And who knows, because we're not sleeping in their bed, we're not in their house. That baby could have been playing too.
Right.
Who knows? I feel like
that could be somebody else's baby.
And I feel like all of that was just planned to me.
The baby is a pawn.
Okay, y'all, come on.
Yeah.
Leave the baby
children.
Leave the baby alone. Leave the baby alone.
We don't know whose baby that is. We just go with the rumor.
Stop saying that, right?
I'm just saying, well, you got enough
allegedly,
money.
Now, Cardi and Offset.
Allegedly.
Cardi and Offset.
Allegedly.
Right. Let's recenter the conversation.
Allegedly, yes. They both have money. They both bumping heads.
Yeah.
Money don't make you stay together and all that. Glamour is too powerful.
Yeah.
So
this could be a publicity stunt right here. See, you never know what it can be. Just like I said, the publicist might have just put them together. The publicist may say, well, act like y'all broke up. You just got a new record come out. Okay, Cardi B already went to the top with this new hit, The WAP. Everyone talking about it. So Offset may be coming out with a single soon because now everyone looking at him like, okay, you about to get divorced or whatever. Whatever single he gonna come out with, maybe talking about some chicks or some shit like that. You never know. But
they ain't as strong. They not as strong as Will and Jada. Will and Jada, we can all go with that. You know, they could do whatever they want to do, and
So
they
why they
thousand
gotta
years and all of that.
How is Will and Jada different from Cardi B?
Because they've been together for years. They got all the extra stuff, and they stay together, and they do stuff just like the entanglement. That's publicity. All of that stuff. This
Did you see that
entanglement and
meme
all
though?
that.
I know I sound young because I'm always talking about memes on Instagram, but did you see that meme that was like men cheat because they don't know how to ask for the validation they need?
Right.
So it could
And that's
just be
after
like they were
years.
actually in love. Offset is fraudulent, does not know emotional processing from the tree over there. So he like, you know, and like he has a big head. He's constantly worried about the people being with him just for his money. There's a lot of like we see a lot of relationships where like the divine Black feminine cannot be appreciated or contributed to by other folks because they don't know anything about emotional processing at all. I wouldn't blame Cardi. I would totally blame Offset for all of this, is what I'm saying.
Oh, the one-sided.
Well, both of them get the same amount of money because one worth 26 million, the other worth 24 million. So I mean,
they don't need each other.
They really don't.
Is that what it really is?
Well, I need Cardi. I just need her to be happy. I don't want no sad music. You know, if I want sad music, I'm waiting for Mary J. Blige to get me. That's what I want. Some good shit. You feel me? I want Cardi to be happy and do what she do because she makes me happy when I hear her and when she talk. You feel what I'm saying? Because she be saying some everyday shit that everyone want to say but don't say because that's the way she is. She's been that way before. She had the money and the fame. You get what I'm saying? So none of this is going to her head. So like she said, I will blame Offset, but I feel that they should fight it through. Whatever he did, it may not be today or tomorrow, but you know what I'm saying? Work it out just for the baby. You feel me? Just work it out for the child. You know, even though he can say, oh, I can be in her life, but it's nothing like having a two-parent household. You feel what I'm saying? It's nothing like it. And I was blessed with one. You know, I had two fathers. I had a father and a dad. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
and that was a blessing.
You
get me? But I had a two-parent household. You know, so that's a good thing. And I think every child should try to have it if it could happen that way. You know, but if it don't happen that way, it just don't happen.
That way all the time.
Situations happen. But a lot of people turn out beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you mean you had two parents? Your father and a dad?
I had a father that did the deed and got me here, and I had a dad that actually took care of me.
Okay, yeah.
Feed, clothes, and everything. That was my dad. My father was my father. You feel what I'm saying? He was there, but he wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? But my dad, he was there. You know, I'm a traveler because of my dad and my mom. You know, because every year we went places. With 9 boys, she had 5 of them, we was gone all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of things my dad taught me. Fishing. My dad had me out there fishing every weekend. You know, and that's some of the things I try to instill into my son. You know what I mean? What I grew up with, you know, because these days, if you don't try to do good, you may turn out like Offset and Cardi. You know, you know what I mean? And your relationship may not work out. You know, that's why I say some people need that foundation. You know what I mean? And
so is it better to be in a polyamorous than in a monogamous relationship?
I don't know. I mean,
that way, if you fall out with one, you still got the other.
Oh, you so wrong. We all in the same.
How's that wrong? I'm just.
We all in the same house.
But I mean, what about the kids?
Y'all all in the same house. Yeah.
What about the kids? Would you say you got kids? If this polyamorous relationship goes on and all these people involved in the kids' life and one want to get out, how does it affect the kids? How do you deal with that sort of mentality?
But see, when it comes to a polyamorous, personally, when it comes to a polyamorous relationship, I wouldn't involve the kids at all.
You have no choice. All of you all are living together.
No, not necessarily.
In this day, some of us guys do have our kids.
But not necessarily, though.
Wait, because you know what? My son had 2 mommies and 2 daddies for a long time. Okay. Because I had a boyfriend and my wife had a girlfriend. Okay. So when my son was like 3 to 5 years old, still, he still thinks, because he's grown now. But when he was little, he told people, "I got 2 mommies and 2 daddies because my parents are gay." So in that situation, I don't understand. I could not involve him in my boyfriend's life. We were together for damn near 10 years, 15 years. So how do you not involve my child? He comes over, spends the night at my house. We are in the bed together. It's like he asks questions on who is he, how. I couldn't explain it. Say keep lying to him and saying, that's your uncle, that's this, because he gets older. So I had to tell the truth.
And kids are not stupid.
No, they're not over time because he's always there. Why is he always there? Why ain't mommy with you? Why? So, and he go
Why
home.
the 3 of y'all always together?
Right. So sometime, when we get together, I'll go drop him off. He's in the car. Is he in the car again, Dad? What's his name? Blah, blah, blah. Even the same question about what's mommy's friend? What's he doing with mommy? What's she over there with mommy? What do they do? So when I was growing up, I'm like, that's difficult if you're in a relationship with some people, not to involve the kids or your life in that situation if it gets to the point that it's serious.
Right.
But that situation is different, though. That's not polyamory.
Yeah, because as a single mom, I'm starting to date now. I would not be bringing any and everybody around my kid, even if I decided to.
We're talking about once you get beyond the dating.
Right, and I get into a polyamorous relationship because, again, there are different levels of, I think, commitment to each partner that we're not taking into consideration here. And not everybody will meet my kid because that's not the basis of our relationship and our connection. And so I think that it's different. And parents, we know, like, I just wouldn't be bringing in everybody around my kid. Right. And if it's like some shit that I feel is gonna be something I'm investing in for the long haul, you ain't meeting my fucking kid, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people can, and there are other people who feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think the kids have to be an issue. You know what I'm saying? So
you can keep that sort of thing separated from life and like balancing that whole thing, like, because not bringing that person home and not, connecting with that person because, I got my kids tonight. I can't do it tonight. I can't do this and the other. How do you stop those excuses to both of those parties? Like, well, mommy want to go out. She get a babysitter because she want to go out with so-and-so. Why can't he come here? Why can't I meet him? As my son get older, those questions are part of it.
You think? Why are you telling your kids all your business? I don't care how much you're asking. Mommy's going out.
Right. Stop all that playing.
When I'm going, ain't none of your fucking business.
Right. Stay in your place.
It wasn't like that he was asking questions. He was just curious. And I'm like, sometimes like, we got into a question. I was drinking one day. He wanted a beer. I'm like, dude, you can't have one. He asked me, why not? You got one. What do I say? Is it beer isn't bad? Why is it bad for you? So when
I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad. It's always how you word stuff.
I reworded it. I got you. I told the same thing. When you get 21, it's okay. But right now, you're only 2.
I wouldn't say that. It's just for adults. It's for adults, like soda. I mean, I make sure you have juice. Can I have some? No, because it's carbonated. It's, have caffeine. What do you mean? What's caffeine? I don't want you to be jump. That stuff that make you jump everywhere? I don't want you to do that today. That's the way I talk to mine. I let them know, what it is, you know what I mean? But I don't let them know, they don't dictate to me like you ask where I'm going and different things like that, you know what I mean? Because it's not your business. But I tell you certain things to an extent, hey, it's not for you. Beer is beer. This is the grown up. This is for me, big dude. When you eat your vegetables and get as big as me, you can get this. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way I do it. You get me? Instead of saying, oh, this is the grown folks drink, the grown folks juice. Then they go to school. Oh, you be drinking that grown folks juice? You understand what I'm saying? So that's the way I put it. But everyone does it differently. It's just the way, however your child is. You know what I'm saying? Because each child mind is totally different. But they are so smart.
Mhm.
Especially now. I feel like kids these days, they come out learning to know on the computer or the phone or wherever it may be. You know, we started it, but I swear they're gonna finish this.
Well, going with that with the kids,
6-year-old wants a
would you?
TikTok
I'm
account.
sorry.
Yeah, my 6-year-old's asking me to create him a TikTok account. And I'm like, I don't even have a TikTok account.
Well, he has
You
one
know,
too,
I
but
just
they
found
have
out about
kids-
TikTok.
They have kid TikTok where only kids be on it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so
okay,
you
okay.
just only like kid stuff on his
Okay, good.
TikTok, and that's the only thing that will come on his TikTok is everything that's dealing with kids.
All right, so I'll look into it now.
See, you new to this. I'm new.
Yeah, or moms. You know, you can go under moms. Like if you get one and you just want to deal with moms, you're not trying to deal with the BLM movement. You just like everything that's dealing with moms, you know, because they have it, all moms be up there talking smack and all that too. So it's a cool app. I just think that everyone not everyone, but folks giving them a bad slack. You know what I mean? It's just like when Snapchat came out. You didn't know about it until you tried it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a new app coming around soon. So just watch out because this is gonna die out soon. TikTok is not gonna be the new app that folks gonna like, just like Facebook changed. You know, they say Facebook is for old folks. That's what they say.
So that means I'm old?
I don't mind.
Over 35, I think.
Yeah, over 35.
Over 35 is old.
Well, hey.
I don't mind.
Either. I like all of them though.
I don't mind.
It's
But
wise.
this kid is still on
It
Facebook.
ain't old. Wise.
It's quiet.
Wise. I go with the wise. Yeah. Well, going back to this, what do y'all think about Andrew Gillum
Yeah.
coming out as being bisexual?
Andrew.
Well, my spouse went to school with him. You know, he's from Tallahassee, my mate. You know, he went to high school?
Mm-hmm.
No, he went to college with Florida A&M.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, so
And how did
I think it's awesome.
how did your husband feel about Andrew Gillum in college?
how did he feel about him?
Like, how did he feel? Like, what was his
He's a cool
interaction?
person.
Did he seem like he was gay or bisexual? I don't think he knew, you know what I'm saying? But like he said, and we both have the same mindset on this because we feel like who business is it? You feel what I'm saying? You know, okay, he's a governor, but what he do in his closed doors should be none of our business. You feel what I'm saying? You know, because who want to know what, I mean, it's like me trying to figure out what you're doing behind your closed door. It's none of your business. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
I feel like we feel that, okay, he came out, it shouldn't be a big deal. You feel what I'm saying? He like man and woman.
Trying to explain why he was found face down in his vomit, fucked up in a hotel with a white escort.
And what about the drugs?
And so he had to figure like
Had the meth and all that stuff out on the table.
And so he has to clear up.
Well, I would have been more worried about
those were plans to be some kind of elected official. And so what this does is it provides him an opportunity to come clean, to say, yo, this is who I am, is something I've been struggling and dealing with. And we know as a Black community, not everybody in our community is accepting of us in the spectrum of how we show up in this world. And so, you know, he now has not an excuse, but like real reason behind why the fuck he was trying to hide doing the shit he was doing. Because we wouldn't accept him, allow him to be who the fuck he was. He wouldn't have been hiding in the goddamn hotel. Fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Because if we accepted him for who he was, in the beginning, you know, none of this other shit would have happened. And so for me, I think it's because he's a politician. He's trying to get his image back. And I look forward to seeing him possibly run for governor again in Florida.
Well, this is 2020. I think saying you're bisexual, that really isn't doing too much out there. Everybody bisexual these days.
But do you think that him coming out now and then now these new developments, that signages, because I didn't know about the meth and the white escort. So all of that said, do you think that ruins his political career moving forward?
No, I think he'll get over all this, just like all the other political people. I cannot think of his name. They had the crack
I know
problem.
you about to say that.
I can't
Marion
tell. And they
Barry.
Marion
Marion
Barry, and they
Barry.
kept all, and they
But
elected
it's
him
a
3, 4
difference.
more times.
Hold on, time out. There's a difference about, I don't know about what this Gilliam done, but by me being from Washington, D.C., and me being under the reign of Marion Barry was for the people and all died about the people. He died worrying about us. He made sure that we had everything. That's why these white folks didn't like Marion Barry. They set him up every damn time that he could. But that we, the people, voted him back in every single time.
At least 3 times. Yeah.
They told him he couldn't run for mayor anymore. So what did we run? He went for Senate or whatever it was, a chair on the board. They was mad at that because we, the people, made sure, because he did that crap. He made sure that shit, but they humanized him.
He was at work the next day.
But he made sure that we had. He made sure that we ate. We made sure we had food. He made sure that us kids had jobs because they didn't care about us. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I say they can do. It's none of no one's business what they do on the other side because you got judges out here still snorting coke. You got the president or allegedly or whoever, but I know it's true. You know, a lot of folks doing a lot of things under the dark. But when us kings, black folks, us kings and our queens do something, you want to publicize it. But you ain't telling us about them 3 kids that you got in your basement hiding doing your housework while you know, things like that. Or them 12 men you got chopped up in your freezer. You feel what I'm saying? They talk about us, but they do worse. You know, they the biggest thieves because they steal everything. You know what I mean? They done stole the land. They done stole us. You know, they still stealing. They steal our music, whatever. We are the originators of everything. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I said.
I done went off of subject because sometimes
that's right. We were talking about Gillum.
You know, but it all comes together though. I'm being honest with you, regardless of what the situation may be, it all comes to the main thing. People play us down and put us in a situation where we are more stronger than most folks think. You feel what I'm saying? It's just that only thing we don't have is the complete unity that we need. You know, if we all come together as one.
If he's a good politician, he will do well despite the drug thing. I don't think that's going to harm him at all. This is a conversation for this year and it'll move on.
Yeah, he's a good politician. He came close.
And I thought he was going to be Rick DeSantis.
Yep, he came really close. And, you know, I don't know if it's 2022 when the next governor's race is, but they had been talking about he was going to run again. And so I think I think it's going to be a good thing. You know, he came, like I said, clean on what happened. His wife knew. And so again, going back, people have marriages and they have whatever arrangements work for their marriage. And he was for the people. And I think hopefully now that felons have the right to vote in Florida too, that next time around, he will become governor if he decides to run.
Right.
And shout out to him because he is still, I think, running a voter registration effort in Florida, even amongst all the craziness that's happening, and making sure that people are still getting registered to vote so they can participate in the election. So,
right. I still think he'll be up there. What do you think, DeAndre?
About what?
About Gillum.
First of all, Nikki Love just joined the line.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki. Oh, Lord.
We caught it in a laugh.
Anyway, I'm just like I've expressed before, I'm really not a political person, so I really don't get off into politics. I'm just here for the people who are here for us. You know, I mean, if Andrew Gillum wants to run for governor again, and he's for his people in Florida, then I'm all for it, you know. But then it leads to my question of when it comes to the wife, like is it really an arrangement? Like, is she really okay with him coming out as bisexual and being found in a hotel with meth and a white escort? Like, how is she feeling about all of it?
I haven't heard of how she feel, but I can just imagine they probably have an arrangement
Frazzled.
to go on national TV. To go on national TV.
That his wife knew about it. That
You say the wife knew?
The wife knew he was bisexual as well.
Okay.
It's on Tamara Hall.
So on the news.
Oh, okay.
So I heard it on Roland Martin.
Okay.
Yep. So twice, two confirmed sources. I don't know if anybody else heard it, but so you never know. I mean, you never.
They have some kind of arrangement for to go that far.
Will and Jada.
Like I said, yeah, Will and Jada been doing this forever.
People decide to do in their marriages.
Right.
I got something to say. I like what Miss Black. Let me say Miss Black. I like what she said because that shit was real. She not lying.
Ooh, what? Who we talking about?
Gillum.
Okay.
He is popular right now. He busting right now.
Okay.
Because he did have the courage to step out there and say that he said nobody ever asked. But then once they found him, this is what I read. I read this.
Okay.
Then once they found that he had been, this is the word he used, inebriated. I said, yes, in a hotel, and whatever. You might as well tell
it. So he was under the influence.
He might as well, inebriated. That's what he said. Now, but Black dude gonna say drunk, fucked up, high as hell, nigga. I was fucked up. But he said, that's what he said.
But that's what he's supposed to say.
Right.
I mean,
because he's not trying to sell us because we know what he was going.
I like the word. I like that he used that, which was different for a Black man. That's what he's supposed because of exactly. But he busted right now. He popping. He go win.
So why do we respect Andrew Gillum, but we don't have respect for Michael Sam?
The football player?
The football player. Like, nobody's talking about him. He done got dropped from his contract. He's a free agent still.
Who?
And this is a man that Michael Sam, who played for the Rams in St. Louis. I actually met Michael Sam and have a high respect for him and still do. But it just seems like Michael Sam's story just got brushed under the rug, but everybody respects Andrew Gillum. Is it because of the profession? Andrew is a politician. Michael Sam was just an athlete. Like,
well, I heard about Andrew because I follow politics. I don't follow sports, and so I don't even know who you're talking about. And so you can tell me about his story. I'll give him some.
But again, who runs the NFL? You understand what I'm saying?
All the other gay people.
If he would have kept it up under the table like the rest of them done, it'd have been all right. But by him being a Black male and brought it out there and supposed to be in a manly sport,
wasn't the right time.
It wasn't the right time. Now, if he
but you feel like Andrew Gillum coming out as bisexual right now is the right time?
Yeah.
Well, everybody it's like a fan now. Everybody want to be gay. Everybody want to get a little bit of sequence in their life. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the way I look at it, because everywhere I look, it seemed like we got children here. You feel what I'm saying? That they out here doing things that I wasn't raised to do. You get me? I mean, they like 12 years old and talking about they want their sex change off the break. You know what I'm saying? But times has changed tremendously compared to when he came out with about 5 or 6 years ago.
Like maybe 5 or 6.
And I'm gonna have to say it's more profession. It's easier for you to be in a political profession to come out than in the major sports league where you're also raw, rough and tough and all that. In the sports league, you don't have anybody out there yet that is totally out right now. No questions asked. I am an out brother. You have nobody, not even a Caucasian.
We had Dennis Rodman. So, I mean, they
Dennis
should
Rodman came out as androgynous. He didn't come out
No,
as
I'm
gay.
just saying, in general, they should have already been accepting. We had Dennis Rodman.
It's
This
a
dude
bad-
came in a whole wedding dress.
It's a black basketball player who came out
Right.
after Michael Sam.
Yes.
So it's
that's
a few
correct.
black male athletes.
That's correct. That is correct.
Okay, I stand corrected, but yet
But football is
none
more
of them
a
are
manly
speaking.
sport compared to
Also, I
basketball.
feel like all our like
Football is
women
supposed to be
basketball
the
fans.
manly, the hoo-hoo. You feel what I'm saying? That's what football is compared to basketball. It's
Okay.
more of a contact sport where, you know, that's the manly man. Like, I don't watch football.
Gerard,
You know,
yeah.
if I watch
Sports,
football,
period, I guess.
it's for the halftime show and to see the dudes in tights. I'm keeping real with
Well,
you.
sports, period.
Baki, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like when we're talking about like queerness in the sports canon, all our women basketball fans are finna be mad at us because, like, you know, a lot of women basketball players are out. Like, they oftentimes, like, straight women have to fight the stereotype of like, yes, I'm a professional athlete and I'm straight. So like, I feel like queer consciousness in sports again has been done semi-right by femme divinity. Okay, that's
But
all.
you know, also,
Women are fluid, so it's easy to go through.
that's society. Society accepts a woman before they accept a man doing it.
Right.
Their fluidity.
You are right.
A man,
China
a
would-
woman can walk down the street anywhere in America, and the men and the woman and whoever else will accept it. But as soon as a man walk down the street and do the same thing, is someone throwing up in their mouth or they making funny looks or trying to kill us or whatever it may be. So it's a bias thing right there. You feel what I'm saying? So there's no reason to compare the women NBA because everyone except they already fantasizing all about these tall women being in the bed together. They already fantasizing about that. You feel what I'm saying? So,
You are correct.
You know, even through the
One thing I
women,
can say-
we just can't say men doing it. It's the woman also doing it too. You know what I'm saying? They all right with the woman and the woman, but as soon as they see a man, oh, that faggot, excuse the language, or however they're gump or whatever it be, the woman is the most harsh people out there. You understand when it comes out there? Because they use us in two ways. They talk shit about us, and then they use us as a purse. You know, like we're a coach bag. You feel me? Because everywhere you see on TV, they be like, oh, my gay friend. You always got an accessory of a gay friend. You
We
know
don't
what I'm
fuck
saying?
with hags around here. Excuse me. Sorry.
Nikki wanted to chime in.
Say that again, Baki. Oh,
I
Nikki.
said we don't fuck with hags around here.
Mm.
You know
I'm gonna
that-
say this to be done.
Nikki wanted to chime
One thing I can say about Gilliman, I think, and you write about the basketball players and you write about the females, everything. But one thing I can say, I think it's what he said and how he said it. First of all, I don't got shit else to hide from nobody now. My wife already knows, so you can go and run and tell her. You know, my whole family knows.
Is that what he said?
And I think it's what he said and how he said it. That's what we need to really look at. That's why everybody okay with also. And he's black. And a lot of people probably knew it anyway.
All right.
They probably knew it anyway. But
I mean-
he finally told his truth. And hey, who could be mad at that? I can't.
Right. That's why I said I don't think it hurt his political career at all. This is the story of this week. By next month, they'll be done forgot complete all about it. You know, I'm gonna hit on him if I see it.
Question.
But everybody else will forget about it.
Anybody know if Maya Moore was gay? Is she bi?
Maya Moore.
Oh my God. My stomach hurt. Why did you mention that?
Who are you talking about?
Very fan that
Why did you not do that? I was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I said that. I knew it.
what?
Who is this? Who are you talking
She was
about?
going to marry that dude. I knew she was going to marry him. I knew it.
She helped get out of jail. She married this guy. I don't know. I heard that she was, you know, I don't know if she like girls, but
No.
like I don't know. But she might be like
I-
me. She might like everybody. So hey.
Who is that?
You know what?
Who are
I
you
don't
talking
think
about,
that- I don't-
Sina?
Maya Moore from the Mental Link.
Thanks.
For
You
the
know
link?
what?
Oh, okay.
You
Nikki.
know what? Center. I thought that too, but I interviewed them, all of them. I was in the locker with them seasons. She not. And she would,
Okay, cool.
the things that she would talk about, but she didn't talk about no man. And you know what she talked about? God, him. That was
That's
all.
hard.
So those are the, that's what I said, but I knew she was gonna marry him. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. I mean,
I love when love comes from the movement, man. It's just it's genuine, it's beautiful, it's dope.
So we add psychic to your resume, huh, Nikki Love?
We
I
down to our
told
last.
everybody that Martha wasn't coming back. She wasn't coming back to basketball. When she left to do the ministry, I knew she wasn't coming back. And I said that she will not be back. I said that she didn't. Now she definitely ain't coming back. But see, I knew it. I predicted it. I said it. I knew it. I knew
Well,
she
we
was
got to
gonna
give you our Dionne Warwick Award.
Come on, Dion.
Yeah,
Oh, did y'all already? I know I didn't call in on Monday. Did y'all already discuss Patty and Gladys?
No,
No, we didn't.
No.
We should have. We can discuss it on Friday. But we're down to
Oh.
our last 2 minutes. Do we need anything to plug? We gotta plug anything. We gotta promote anything.
Get out and vote.
Gotta promote Trippy Styles. Y'all see me get my hair done. My friend Ashley.
Yes, we have watched you get your completed head
Great
done.
job, Ashley. It looks
So
dope.
give her information. Give her
Give you
information.
information.
Go, get your plug in, girl.
Yep.
So
I'm Trippy Styles. You can find me on Instagram, Trippy Styles with a Z. Thank you.
Way to
Trippy
go,
Styles.
Trippy Styles.
TRIPPYSTYLEZ. Trippy Styles.
All
The
right.
event at Kingdom Life, is that right? The event that's gonna be happening there, right?
yeah, the voting registration
Yeah.
Yeah, when is
For the
the event? Tell us. Give me that
tomorrow.
information.
Tomorrow, right?
I was just telling somebody about it today.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So come on.
Come on.
What time is it? Give me the information. Tell us.
Is it 6 p.m.?
Dennis is on mute.
6 to what?
Oops, I'm on mute. We're not gonna do it at the church.
Oh, he said they're
Oh.
not doing it at the church.
You know, we decided that on the 25th, since we don't want to do no more political stuff, we want to do fun stuff. On the 25th, we're gonna have Bobby Joe Champion on that Friday.
Mhm.
So, you know, we're gonna get more information about him coming on the 25th of this month to talk about voting, felons, how we can get engaged, what's going on about, you know, with this election and what we need to do to make it better for people in Minnesota.
Okay.
All
Bobby
right.
Leroy's Closet, you got something to say?
Yes, wear a face mask. Also, get your custom face black POC Black Pride face mask on our Facebook. Some proceeds go to the POC Pride at teesprings.com, Bobby Leroy's Closet. Also, check out Bobby, that old country boy, for your winter desserts, Thanksgiving desserts. That's that old country boy. And also, don't forget to wear a face mask and stay 6 feet apart. You know, we got to get rid of this COVID. So y'all stay safe. Wash your hands.
All right, everybody. Stay safe. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another round of the BIPOC Happy Hour. Again, this is brought to you by People of Color Pride. Thank you. We'll see you all again on Friday. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.